Hello everyone. Today we actually got a update notice. I think the update has already happened, or no, actually, it says December 1st now, so it should be happening tomorrow, and it will be just a regular update with no downtime. So you'll most likely just have to download a few additional megabytes of data for the update itself, and you'll be able to access all of the content in here. So there's a big new event that I wanted to address, and yeah, I'm just gonna be reading through the update notes in general, and we'll discuss what's written in here. So first of all, there's the new outfit and rides. So the outfits are just the cosmetics for each summoner. So you can see this is the one for Kina. Let me do a little zoom in. It looks like, to me, it looks like the theme they're going for is like some sort of time traveling, like a 1800s theme. I'm sure there will be a different name for it, but and yeah, there's looks like sort of uh, East Asian themed, like Japan, something like that. So yeah, there's three new skins. I believe you'll be able to get them from the in-game shop. One of these menus, I'm not sure. I don't exactly buy skins, so it should show up in one of these. But yeah, we're yet to see it. I mean, since it's a new item, it will definitely be advertised, and you'll be able to find it easily. So if you're into buying those little cosmetic skins, so that's something that you can grab most likely tomorrow. So yeah, looks like the sale period. So from midnight of tomorrow, so yeah, so there's around 23 hours left until the midnight hits for server time in East server. So you should be able to get from around 24 hours after this video is dropped. And there's also a new ride. Its movement speed is fast, so if you only need the movement speed, it will not be a big upgrade from the current one. You can actually get pretty cheap from TOA shop. You can get 100,000 of these if you are getting close to completing both of the normal and hard floors of TOA, of the Trial of Ascension. I just call it TOA, just kind of used it. But yeah, if you do quite a bit of these, you'll be able to get 100,000 of these little tokens. And you'll go even overboard, since I've sent a lot of these on upgrades. Some of them like level 13 upgrades, stuff like that. So you can easily grab a fast ride from there. But if you prefer to have a different one, or you just really like the little bunny ride, you can also grab this one from the shop. It will most likely be sold separately from the summoners. So yeah, there's that. And then there's the new event, the big one. The Sky Dancer Wish event. You'll be able to obtain the 5-star Wind Sky Dancer, so CHASUN. The event will be just using rice cakes on the bingo board. So if you remember the previous event where, while doing Path of Growths, we were collecting lucky clovers, and essentially after getting those, you can spend 7 lucky clovers to open a piece of bingo board, and once you completed the whole board, it will be set. So it will be something similar to that, but there will be an additional reward for the first time you complete the bingo board, and you will actually be getting the 5-star Sky Dancer. So CHASUN, I'll go over her skills in a second. And yeah, other rewards will include Sky Stones, which I mean, all of us need, since it's a super important material for upgrading both your equipment, your runes, stuff like that. And it also sells for quite a bit. So even if you don't want to upgrade, you can actually sell it in the exchange center. Of course, if everyone sells it, the price will naturally drop. But yeah, the current prices are insanely high. So it could be an option for you to earn some rewards while at it. Other rewards will include 5-star enablements and more. So most likely some gold, some crystals, breath of lives, just probably similar items to which one is it? One of these two events. So most likely stuff like essences, potions. There's also the Ifrit Thanksgiving event. Might be some rainbow mons, angel mons, similar stuff like that. And yeah, you'll be able to complete multiple boards, of course, but you will only get one CHASUN after the first board. It's a bit of a shame since the current events with Ifrit and Bastet allowed you to get multiple ones. So you had the ability to not only get the unit, but even go as far as fully skilling him up. So yeah, for CHASUN, you'll most likely need some dupes or going for Devilmons, but Devilmons will take quite a bit, so don't expect to use her right away. You'll most likely need to get like 2 or 3 months worth of skill ups before she will become useful. And yeah, just collect rice cakes event, so this will be most likely a similar separate little event. So basically the same way you had the collect trowel and shell collection. So basically collect trowel is just the event for the actual item collection, and once you get those items you'll most likely be using them to unlock the reward page, and it's similar to this. So you just collect a lot of rice cakes and you just unlock them in a different event. So it's classified as two different events, but it's most likely the same one. And yeah, some of the buffs you can get 2 times Path of Growth and Essence Dungeon mission rewards if you have the Summoner Pass. If you have the Arena Pass, you can earn twice the rewards for arena related missions. So those little bell pass thingies. Where are they? Let me see, let me see. So yeah, the Arena Pass and the I'm not sure where the growth one is, but there might be a different one or something like that. So yeah, the arena one will just boost this, and as an added bonus, you can also get additional rewards from there. And yeah, the leftover rice cakes will be available to exchange to gold. I'm not sure how that will work since the bingo boards can reset and there seems to be no limit to them, but maybe after you are done with the CHASUN event, if you feel like the votes in the leftover bingo boards are not worth it, I believe you will be able to just exchange the remaining ones for gold. So yeah, and for the skills themselves, I'm gonna actually quickly go over the rest of the maintenance update notice, whatever it's called, and I'll hop to the in-game to check CHASUN skills or cooldown skills, stuff like that. So yeah, the little tugboat event. So let me see which one is it. Some events are ending. So little tugboat. No wait, is that an event? Well, let me see. Oh, it's actually a new event. I see, yeah. So this one you'll be able to get a limited time ride by doing some kind of task. It shouldn't be too difficult. I'm guessing it will be something similar to this, where you just get a week of quests, or very similar to the pumpkin season award, where you just get several quests every day, and by completing those you get a ride. We're not sure what the ride speed is, but I'm guessing it will most likely be normal, or perhaps between normal and fast, because I don't believe they will give a fast ride out if they are selling one right here. So yeah, we'll yet to see that. Arena surprise roulette event. Earn points according to Brawl Arena participation and results, and spin the wheel to get various events. So yeah, this one is interesting because the Brawl Arena is actually not released yet. So it is possible that we are actually getting real-time arena released tomorrow, since it wouldn't make sense to make an event that, well, an event focused on content that is not released. So it is safe to assume that the Brawl Arena is releasing tomorrow and we'll actually be able to finally do PvP battles between each other in real time, not just the auto battles that are currently in the regular arena. So yeah, that's super exciting, and the rewards will include sky stones, arena coins, mystical scrolls, and more. So excited about the sky stones. Mystical scrolls will definitely be useful for completing a different events where you have to summon a lot of scrolls here, and you get big rewards. So getting those 6,000 crystals here, perhaps we'll see how many mystical scrolls we get, but it should be very useful towards progressing this one. So make sure to summon the mystical scrolls within 2 weeks after getting them. And then a bunch of events are ending. So the Bastet event is ending, New Guard Welcome, Make Your Monster Stronger. That you most likely did day 1, where you had to power up a few units to level 35. So this one's not relevant for you. Guild request content, make sure to finish up it today. I assume you are doing 3 guild requests every day because you only get to do 21 in total. So you are only allowed to miss one or you will not be getting a Delmon. I haven't done mine today, so I'll finish it up and get a Delmon here. And yeah, package sales. So travel package is of course related to the event, so that one's ending. And there are some outfit packages, so those I will be ending. And now coming over to the CHASUN, let us read the skills. We'll see where she can be useful and most importantly, when you should build her. So let me see, where's the CHASUN? Skydancer, there you go. So just on looking her skills, so basic attack is just a regular attack. So she's a support unit in case it is required for some of your stages, that's like expeditions, since they require specific units of specific elements and specific types. So that could be a useful skill for you. Yeah, skill 2 is Amuse, so recovers HP of all allies and applies attack up. Additionally, recovers HP of allies above a certain HP ratio. The recovery amount is based on its max HP. So it's a decent healer, but I am not a big fan of her cooldown since for any healer that I use, I expected the heal to be available at like all times, or at least very often. So for example, for me, Konamiya is my main healer and her heal is on an 18-second cooldown. So CHASUN will most likely drop her cooldowns to 30 seconds on her second skill. So the heal, I'm not a big fan of the healing cooldown. The attack up, I believe it was said that it will be, yeah, level 2 attack buff. So level 2, it's very similar to what Shannon Bastet gives, but this one will be included with the healing. So it's a decent choice for a wind element. If you are not a fan of Shannon, or if you need a Shannon that actually heals, essentially, but I mean, she's missing the defense buff and the defense break, but the healing might be a decent substitute if you can replace the defense break with a different monster. So yeah, this one is decent, overall healer, but a bit long cooldowns for my taste. And the third skill, Fallen Blossom, so applies continuous recovery to itself and equalizes the HP ratio of the team member with the lowest HP ratio and itself to the one with the highest HP ratio. It's a bit different than the base game of Summoners War Sky Arena, where you just balance to the higher unit. Instead, she balances a low HP unit to her HP, and then her HP to the highest HP unit. So this skill will be more useful to use when you use it on an enemy monster that is, or rather than ally monster that is lower than CHASUN, rather than CHASUN being lower than the rest of the team. The problem with this is that it is a single target skill, so for most PvP scenarios, you might be running a single tank only then, Because if you run, for example, two frontline tanks, she'll only be able to equalize the HP of one, and the other one might die. So you'll need to, if you intend to use her, you'll most likely need to have a solid one unit as a tank, absorbing all of that damage and somehow making it. Yeah, you see, the problem is it will be really hard to balance this on auto, and if you intend to use her for the challenge arena, for example, if you place that unit in your team coupled together with a tank, so for example, say I run CHASUN and I run, well, my tank is my summoner, but if you are running a different team, so for any different tank unit, uh, you will have trouble keeping it up at all times since, well, I'm trying to think about what would be the best scenario to use it, but the problem is the high mana count and the high cooldown really make it hard to make it useful constantly. So you might be able to get one heal off, or one perfect heal off rather. You may be able to get a second heal off if your team survives long enough, but after that, I think her cooldowns just become too long to use in regular PvP battles. So, because assuming that her cooldowns are at 30 seconds when skilled up, perhaps one will go down to 24 seconds after awaken, but that's still a bit too long in my opinion for a healer. So it will be hard running her as a single healer in my opinion. Unless your whole team is super tanky, but then you might be lacking damage. So yeah, she basically needs a single tank to work well, and if you have a two or more units in your front line, it will definitely be harder to make her useful. And as for the attack buff and AoE healing, so she does have two healing skills. Her second skill is a little better than the third in my opinion, since it will do a little bit more AoE healing. So it's easier to just juice up all of your units. And the attack up is definitely really useful, since this one also scales with your max HP, and her being a nat 5, you'll have high base HP, meaning you will be able to improve the HP percentage runes, or rather the HP percentage runes will be way more, uh, way higher than the Konamiya, for example, who has lower base stats since she's a nat 3. And yeah, ultimate I like to lead it at last, since it only applies in arena basically, or any manual battles that you do, because well, the order doesn't use ultimates basically, because the first of all, the dungeon runs are usually done before the ultimate is even charged, or if the ultimate is charged, the order is simply not gonna use the ultimate unless you click it manually for whatever reason. So yeah, the ultimate is similar to the third skill, but it actually applies continuous severity to all allies and equalizes HP ratio of all of them. So see, the ultimate is kind of where she shines, and the problem with that is if she is tanky and sitting in the backline, her ultimate will basically give you AoE healing, because take a look at this, and actually it does not say it heals allies but equalizes. And what equalizes mean is that she can go around the heal block effect, so even if your enemy units are heal blocked, she will still heal them up to whatever her HP is, because it's not actually a heal, but it's an, yeah, what's it called, a adjusting HP, so it does not get blocked by the heal block. So if you see teams that are running heal block units, or some kind of a boss that is running heal block units, it could be useful to counter that. And the biggest counter to her would probably be something like destroy effects, or just quickly nuking the units due to her long cooldowns. But yeah, it seems like ultimate is her ultimate ability is where like half of her power is. So most users for Hell will most likely be the challenge arena if you are able to somehow build a team with only one tanky frontline unit, or either any of the content that you do manually. So for example, party dungeons like Elite Foggy Prison or White Shadow Castle, where you actually get the ability to use your ultimate. And yeah, we'll see how that works out in the Brawl arenas. It's still locked, so it's hard to predict what the meta will be there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Of course, it's a free not 5, so there's nothing wrong with getting it, of course. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and see you later.